In this guide about the pros and cons of owning a Dachshund, we'll cover all the super important things you should know before getting one. We'll discuss their unique personalities, common health issues they face, and a few tips that could save you a lot of stress and costly vet bills down the line. Whether you're thinking about getting a Dachshund as a family pet or for apartment living, I'll explain what to consider, including a major health problem that every Dachshund owner needs to be aware of. Dachshunds were originally bred to hunt badgers, which explains why they have long bodies and short legs. They come in two sizes: standard, which weighs 16 to 32 pounds, and miniature, which weighs less than 11 pounds. They also have three different types of coats: smooth, wire-haired, and long-haired. Let's start with the good stuff. Their small size is great for apartment living or smaller homes, and they're easy to take along when traveling. Plus, with different sizes and coat types, you can pick one that best fits your lifestyle. People also love how distinct they look. However, because of their long backs, they can easily get hurt, so you'll need ramps to keep them from jumping. They don't handle rough play well, and their shape makes it easy for them to become overweight, which we'll talk more about in the health section. If you're intrigued by their unique appearance, keep watching to learn how their personality traits may be a perfect match, or a tricky one, for your family. You might think Dachshunds are perfect for kids because they're small, but there are some things to keep in mind. They can be playful and form strong bonds with family members, and they're usually protective of kids they see as part of their family. Their size makes them less likely to knock kids over, and they can handle gentle play. On the downside, Dachshunds can get snappy if they're surprised or treated too roughly, so you have to watch them around younger kids. Because of their long backs, picking them up wrong can injure them, and they might guard their toys or food. Both the dog and the kids need training. The dog needs to know how to behave, and the kids need to learn how to be gentle. Curious about their playfulness? Stay tuned to discover their energy levels and why Dachshunds may surprise you with their activity needs. Dachshunds may be small, but they have bold, confident personalities, which comes from their hunting history. They're smart and determined, and this affects their behavior every day. Here's what's great about them. They're very loyal and brave, and they'll protect their families. They're also alert, making them good watchdogs, and they can be really funny and entertaining, but they can be challenging too. Their stubbornness makes training tough, and if they're not socialized well, they can become aggressive. They often form a close bond with one family member and might ignore others, and they're sometimes suspicious of strangers. Before we dive into their energy levels, which might surprise you, hit that subscribe button to stay updated with other amazing dog-related videos. I upload videos twice a week, and you won't want to miss them. Dachshunds are small but full of energy and stamina because they were bred to hunt. They're a lot more active than they look. On the plus side, they bring a lot of excitement and fun to your home. They're tougher than you'd think for their size and can adjust to your activity level. They're playful and know how to keep things interesting, but all that energy needs to go somewhere. If they don't get enough exercise or mental stimulation, they might become hyper or destructive. Their hunting instincts can make them dig holes or chase things. Even though they're small, they still need regular exercise to stay happy and healthy. The good news is that they're flexible when it comes to exercise. A few short walks each day will keep them content, and they love playing games indoors, especially those that challenge their minds. Because they're small, you can give them enough exercise even if you live in an apartment. Games like hide and seek with treats are fun for them because it taps into their hunting instincts. But there are important drawbacks. Their long backs means they should avoid jumping off high places or climbing stairs. This could hurt their spine. They may also not want to go outside in bad weather. And their strong hunting instincts can make them run off if they see an animal. Teaching them to walk well on a leash is crucial. Wondering what other special care they might need? Up next, we'll talk about health issues and lifespan, some of the most critical aspects of Dachshund ownership. This part is super important. Dachshunds usually live between 12 to 16 years, but they're prone to serious health issues. Here's some good news. They're generally healthy and often stay playful as they get older. They don't have the breathing problems some smaller dogs do, and with the right care, they can live long lives. However, their long backs put them at risk for a condition called invertebral disc disease, IVDD, which can cause paralysis if not treated. About 25% of Dachshunds are at risk for IVDD, and treatment can be expensive. They're also prone to becoming overweight, which makes back problems worse, and they can develop eye issues as they age. Now let's talk about their living space requirements. The good news is that Dachshunds can live almost anywhere, from large country homes to small city apartments, with some adjustments. Their small size makes them easy to keep in different living situations. They don't need much space and are usually quiet enough for apartments, as long as they're well trained. They also don't need a big yard to be happy. But there are some challenges. You'll need to arrange your furniture so they don't have to jump off high surfaces. You may need ramps or gates to block off stairs. They also love to dig, so if you have a yard, you'll have to watch them to keep your garden safe. Curious about the grooming routine they need? Next up, we'll break down their grooming and shedding needs based on coat type. Smooth-coated Dachshunds are the easiest to groom. They shed moderately and only need occasional brushing. Wire-haired and long-haired Dachshunds don't shed as much but need more maintenance. Wire-haired Dachshunds require regular grooming to keep their coats neat, and long-haired Dachshunds need frequent brushing to avoid tangles. All types need nail trimming and ear cleaning. Since they're low to the ground, they often get dirty on walks, especially in bad weather. Ready to see how they do with other pets? Keep watching to learn how Dachshunds fit into multi-pet households and what you need to know about their instincts. Since Dachshunds were originally hunting dogs, understanding how they get along with other pets is crucial. If they're socialized early, Dachshunds can be friendly with other dogs, especially other Dachshunds. They can even get along with cats if they grow up together. Their playful nature makes them fun around other pets, but their hunting instincts can be tricky. They might see smaller animals like rabbits or hamsters as prey and try to chase them. Some Dachshunds are also territorial and may guard their food or toys. Socializing them early is key for getting along well with other pets. Let's discuss the cost of owning a Dachshund. While some expenses are low, others might surprise you. Initially, Dachshunds are affordable compared to big dogs. They don't eat much, grooming isn't too expensive, and they don't need large beds or toys. Because they're small, basic supplies cost less. However, their health problems can be costly. Since they're prone to back issues, you might need to pay for preventative care or expensive emergency treatments. Pet insurance can be pricey, and you'll likely need to buy ramps and special equipment to protect their backs. They also tend to have dental problems, so regular dental care is necessary. If you're a first-time dog owner, stick around. We'll explore how suitable Dachshunds are for beginners, including training tips. The good thing is that their size makes them manageable. They're loving, fun, and can fit into different types of homes. Smooth-coated Dachshunds are easy to groom, and they form close bonds with their owners. But there are challenges. Their stubbornness can make training difficult, and their health needs to be more complicated than other breeds. You'll need to be firm and consistent, but also gentle to avoid hurting their sensitive backs. Thinking about how to ensure your Dachshund is well socialized? Keep watching to learn the essentials of socialization for a confident and friendly pet. When well socialized, Dachshunds can be confident and good with guests or in public. They make wonderful family pets if you put in the work early on. But socializing them isn't always easy. They can be cautious around strangers and become overprotective if they don't meet different people or animals when they're young. Because they're independent, you'll need to be committed and consistent to ensure they get along well with others. Wondering how to handle their vocal tendencies? Up next, we'll dive into Dachshunds' barking habits and what you can do to manage them effectively. The good side is that they're great at alerting you if someone is at the door or if something's wrong. With training, they can learn to bark only when necessary, and their bark isn't as loud as that of a bigger dog. But if you don't train them early, they might bark at everything: cars, animals, or even random noises. If you live in an apartment, it's important to address this quickly to avoid annoying your neighbors. If allergies are a concern in your home, stay with us to learn how Dachshunds may impact allergy sufferers and how to manage it. Smooth-coated Dachshunds are easier for allergy sufferers, and regular brushing can reduce dander. Their small size means there's less fur and dander compared to bigger dogs. But remember, no dog is completely allergy-proof. Wire-haired and long-haired Dachshunds may cause more reaction because of their thick coats. They also love burrowing into blankets, which can spread dander around. Next, we'll talk about feeding your Dachshund right to avoid common health issues related to their weight. One plus is that they eat small portions, so feeding them isn't expensive. They usually aren't fussy, and portion control is easier because they're small. Giving them high-quality food keeps them healthy and full of energy. The downside is that they gain weight easily, which is dangerous for their backs. You'll need to control their diet and watch them closely since they'll try to beg or steal food. Consistent feeding rules are important. Up next, find out how their intelligence and independence can make training both rewarding and challenging. Dachshunds' intelligence means they can learn tricks and solve problems well. Because they're food motivated, treats can help with training. their independence can be frustrating. They might understand a command, but choose to ignore it if they don't feel like listening. Training takes patience, creativity, and a way to make them feel like it's worth their time. If you liked learning about Dachshunds, check out our next video on what it's like owning a French Bulldog. It's a real eye-opener. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.